Robert Reese. With Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts. With Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts. With Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts. With Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts. With Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts. With Robert Reese. Hot facts. Come and get them hot facts. Get them hot facts. With Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts. Come and get them hot facts. Come and get them hot facts. With Robert Reese. Hot facts. Robert Reese. Hot facts. Hot facts. Robert Reese. Hot facts. Gig economy. Robert Reese. News channel. The gig economy. News channel. Hot facts with Robert Reese. Hot facts with Robert Reese. Hot facts, hot facts, hot facts. 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 Hey, with Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts. Hot facts. Hot facts. Robert Reese. Gig economy. News channel. Hot facts. With Robert Reese. Sit back, relax, and listen. Come on. Get these hot facts. K Reese.
People, welcome to Hot Facts with Robert Reese. Got a lot of brand new subscribers. Thank you. I put up a video earlier. It was a short. And the video was a bunch of seagulls. It was like 40 seagulls just sitting in a parking lot, right? And I said, this is what the people that declined the orders and they pitched the orders and they all just looked there like a bunch of seagulls waiting. And then I put that up there, and within like 45 minutes, it had 1,600 views. It has acquired me 8 more subscribers. So I'm going to thank all of those people who understood, because those are people who drive out there also. So I just want to make sure that I give them, because they got the humor in that. I want to make sure that the humor that I did put out there, they got it and they did subscribe. Okay, we have a good one, people. Today is going to be people, it's going to be a very great day. Dashing Trader has a brand new name. We're going to get into a whole lot of that. We had a chance to converse back and forth. Dashing Trader, my man. I'm going to reveal the name on what he is going by so people can know where to find him at. And he has a story that happened. Something similar that happened to me actually is damn near the exact same thing that happened to me. And we're going to go over that. We're going to watch that. Okay. We're going to go over Torp's video, and then we are going to go ahead and get into, we'll go ahead and get into it. When it comes, you will see. We're going to talk about a very specific delivery driver, and these drivers are going through a lot of things that you guys don't know about. We're going to get into that. We are going to get into, there's another delivery driver that was hit with some of the worst things that can possibly happen to anyone. We're going to get into that. We're going to get into Bud Soda running out of gas while trying to make a delivery. We're going to get into that. People, we got some good news today. We're going to get into, now we all know that when I had like 300 subs, I sent the invitation to Gig Life with Lexi to have an interview done. And she told me that she does not do interviews. And we all know the stuff with Bobby and all those guys over there with the disrespecting of women and all this stuff. She is a person that asked me, why did I tag her in? And I said, I tagged the people in the gig world to let it be known. But she actually went on there for a 3-hour interview. And we're going to get into that because your friend cherry picked the most disrespectful man was nowhere to be seen. We're going to get into all of that today on Hot Facts. Someone told him, do not appear on that show tonight. We don't need you on there tonight. Someone told him that. So I know that happened. We're going to get into DoorDash. People, we have a very, very, very great Hot Facts show today. A lot of things will be discussed, and a lot of things that you guys may have had questions on may be answered today. So make sure you tune in, like, share, and subscribe. Hot Facts with Robert Reese. We are going to start today, okay? You know what? I think I want to start with DoorDash just to get DoorDash out the way. I want to start with DoorDash to get DoorDash out the way. So we're going to start with DoorDash right now. I'm going to put up, you know what? I'm going to do it like this. Bam. Here we go, people. I'm going to hit mute. So I'm just letting you know that my show right now, every clip that I'm going to run is going to go in sequence of how the show is going to be ran. Okay, so I'm just letting you guys know that that's how the show runs. Okay, so we're going to do it like this, and we're going to answer everything. Here we go.
Is any explanation for this right here? I mean, you can go all over the world and not see nothing as bad as this right here.
Hey, Caddy Beast from Phoenix, Arizona, and you're watching Hot Facts with my boy Robert Reese.
Hot facts, Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts.
People, Hot Facts with Robert Reese here. I want to talk about these things that is going on with the gig world, but it seems like it's not the other apps, it's DoorDash. So we're going to just put this for DoorDash, not the other apps. The other apps are doing some things right. I know on Uber Eats, they treat us right. The higher you are, you get the best stuff. Ran into a driver the other day, brand new, and we all got the best orders, and we're the highest rated drivers, and we were all there at the same time. Other apps are doing it, and it's working for the other apps, but you can still multi-app, you know, if you do these other apps. Just know how to do it right. All right. This thing is with DoorDash. Now, I put up videos. I have a series, DoorDash, This Is Your Problem. Okay? Now, is it DoorDash itself? No, it's not DoorDash itself. It can't be DoorDash itself because they're just the overall company that the other people we contract with, right? DoorDash, they cannot say, we will not let you do a contract to work. They put in guidelines and stipulations, no felonies, no crazy driving record, no none of that other stuff, right? And then you are allowed. They have to do that because they are a company, okay, people, that cannot discriminate. You're in the United States of America, the Discrimination Act. They cannot discriminate if you meet all of the other requirements that they put out there so that you can drive. Now, here is what happens. DoorDash is everywhere. It's on the NBA when they're flipping the logos. They talk about it on different TV shows. Did you DoorDash? Did you order that? That is DoorDash is all over. DoorDash is in the most places than all the other apps. DoorDash. That's why it doesn't matter what app you are picking up for. They're gonna say DoorDash. They say DoorDash because DoorDash is the app that they associate. It doesn't matter. They're gonna say DoorDash. That gets on my nerves. I know it does. Probably gets on a lot of your guys' nerves too. But that's DoorDash. Now check this out. When they hire these people that still go out there and they don't use hot bags.
Hot facts.
They act like they can't find your house and all these other things. Your food was left in other places. They ate your food. I have a lot of videos, and we're going to be reposting these up so that you guys can see. I've actually have customers saying that I'm outside right now because my driver I had last, I walked up on them eating my food.
What's up, guys? You're watching HotFacts with my dad, Robert Reese.
People, we have another one. Hot Facts with Robert Reese. I know my area, and I knew that there is a establishment right on the other side to where the address might be a little bit different. I called and let her know that I'm going to be right here and I'm in the right spot. Now, she just told me that someone ate her food right in front of her. This is not a joke, people. I talk about this all the time because it needs to stop. Go ahead and say your name and tell your story.
Hi, my name's Lynette. My story was I was here with my kid outside playing, and the Uber guy drives up where he left his car right there. And he thinking that I wasn't the person that ordered the food. It was this house right here that ordered the food. And he's over here eating my food. He opens the bag, he ate a couple of the food, and he drank out of my drink. And I literally came out and I went up to him and I told him, like, hey, are you my Uber driver? You getting my food? And he just like looked at me like, no, I wasn't eating your food, I was eating my own food. I was like, I just literally saw you took my McDonald's cup and drank that out of my freaking drink that I just bought. And he just made a whole excuse, and I just told him that I really hope that you're not doing this to everyone else that orders food, because this is really ridiculous. And especially right now, since COVID is happening and you're eating out of people's food, that's disgusting. You know, you can keep my food and go ahead and I can order another one.
Now, let me tell you this. You don't know that there is something called no tip, no trip, and we will do everything. Most of these drivers started when pandemic started, and they're doing it wrong. And literally, they have a ringleader by the name of Pedro DoorDash Santiago, and they have taken all of this stuff. And I want, when you go in the house, go on your YouTube, type up no tip, no trip, and you will see exactly what they are doing to people. And then you will see that I am the person that they hate. I tell the customers and the merchants on what's really going on. That's what I do, man. Thank you so much for sharing that story, because people think that I make people tell these stories. No, they tell me the story because literally I'm a driver that came up and did what they wanted, and I did it right. So I'm trying to teach them to do it right. So
Thank you.
Have a great day. And man, got that video up there for people. Just go ahead and watch. But it was a DoorDash driver, and I was delivering on Uber Eats. She even switched what app she was ordering from. So it's not DoorDash. The drivers that do the most ridiculous things, if you talk about numbers, more drivers drive on DoorDash than any other app. So if they have more people that drive, they're going to have more numbers of actual bad experiences also, right? It's not DoorDash, it's the driver, which leads me into this DoorDash. There's nothing wrong with DoorDash. I said I would never do it again because how it was back then and our little thing, but I'm back on doing it again too. I do it too. But I'm a diamond driver. I have different things that happen with me on DoorDash this time than when I was on back then. And that's a plus. It's a super plus. It's a super plus. Because back then it was pre-pandemic. Everything was a meet at door. Your customer service and everything had to be there. You made sure you had your hot bag and all the other stuff. The pandemic made all these drivers lazy and everything else like that, which again puts another bad rap on DoorDash as a whole. And they associate every driver like that. And then they blame DoorDash for pay and all this other stuff. DoorDash has made it so that you guys can't say anything. The higher your ratings, the more you're gonna make, and it's that simple. Okay? It is just that simple. Plain and simple. They're speaking about now, should there be a mandatory tip on DoorDash? That mandatory. There cannot be a mandatory tip. There can just be suggestions, but there cannot be a mandatory tip. They don't have to, because it's a service-based job. Okay? It's a service-based job to where you have to deal with people. So you have to, one of your skill sets has to be people skills. One of them has to be people skills. So depending on your people skills, right? Depending on your people skills, the orders that you do receive, there is always a chance that you possibly can make more on all of those orders. Okay? There is a possibility. You don't know how to work with that possibility, and you guys are saying, well, there should be a mandatory tip. I got something for you right here. What if DoorDash did this? What if DoorDash did this? DoorDash said, we're doing away from base pay for everyone. We're only going to allow the base pay for the drivers who are on the Diamond program. The Diamond drivers who are on the program. That means whenever you sign in, it says you're a Diamond driver and you are getting priority because you're a Diamond driver. All those drivers, they give a base pay too. The base pay, because of those ratings, are typically going to go to the best customer, and they're going to pair that customer with that driver that's a Diamond driver, right? Then if you're getting a base pay, you have a strong possibility of getting a tip. Everybody else, you got to work for it, and there is no base pay. So they're going to make you work for your tip. What if DoorDash did this? Stop complaining. Start thinking.
Whoo, people! The major reason why I started my show, and then you guys saw how I said in my video, but then I already know I have an archive where I can go to a customer that told the story that I'm talking about, and I actually put the video up there and then went back into that one. I'm letting you guys see we ain't talking no junk out here. Now you guys got to understand this, and for those of you who do not know, I do stutter. You got to think, what if they took away what you are complaining about and said, well, we're only going to pay the people that are like this, and we make you have to work to even try to get this? What if they did that? What if they actually did that? What if they did that? You got to think about that. Well, first of all, I already know more people will quit the apps, right? So the people that actually do it right are going to just be making money. What if they actually did that? You got to understand, the more you complain, people, the more you complain, the more they look into, and then they do things to make it so it's going to be completely worse. Now, what I mean by that is this right here. You guys see that Dashing Trader, it says he has a brand new name. All right. I already knew, and I said, well, Trader's name must be like, they must have canceled his whole account, right? That's what I was thinking myself. And I knew I was right. I knew I was right, because I'm going to type this up right here. Rideshare Rodeo. I'm going to type this up right here. Let's go. Let's click live. All right. I'm going to talk about this right here. Let me share this screen. Let me go ahead and make it big. Make it big for y'all. Let me see. I'll put myself here. I'm going to put it right here. You guys can all see, right? I already knew his channel was taken down. For a lot of you who do not know, I'm going to take you back down memory lane. When I first started talking about Dashing Trader, and I said, man, there's 3 accounts with you. 2 of them have this. One has 15,000 subs and one has this. It has a DT, and I showed it on my own live. And he was like, no, that's not me. Then I went to go see who he is on my own actual live. For those of you who want to know about Reese and what we do, we just bring in the facts. That actually happened. That actually happened. And he said, no, my picture is this one. And I went to go look, and okay, he was actually that one, not the DT. This DT right here, when you type up Dashing Trader, this person right here is a white guy, not associated with Dashing Trader at all, any way, shape, or form. I'm making sure that is clear right now, which is why we are going to get into his brand new name. This is false advertisement, and Trader did not agree to that being up there because that's not him. So if this guy gets mad and he sees that the stuff about Dashing Trader on the news, and he says, well, why did you associate my brand with someone that did something negative? He can go at Rideshare Rodeo, but then try to go at Trader, but Trader didn't even say that it was okay. And he used the logo with the black dude smiling left and right when it's totally not him. That's false advertisement, people. That is actually false advertisement. That's false advertisement. This lets you know that they will do anything out there. This is false advertisement. I'm going to give you guys his brand new name. I am going to give you guys his brand new name. We have been conversing back and forth throughout the day. I'm going to give you guys his brand new name so you know who he is. And his picture is the same as the last one. Not something that you said, well, I don't see his channel. Let me make something up. You never just make something up. That can ruin someone's reputation. And I'm just saying it out loud because he's already been hit hard. We're going to see how he's been hit hard. Channel taken away and snatched, and other people came inside. We're going to see. But you didn't even try to think about what you should do first. If you can't get in contact with somebody, don't even put them under someone else's logo, because that's not them. Now you are infringing on someone else's business, and you're going to make them get upset. Now they can go after you. These are the hot facts, people. That's not Trader's logo. That's not him. We are going to get into who he really is right now. Okay? For those of you that don't know why I'm doing it like this, it's because of this. When we had our interview and Rodeo tried to go ahead and book one after Hannibal said, I wish I can get him in, but he actually went in there with hot facts. We ironed out everything. And I said, as black men, it's Black History Month. This is what black men need to listen to. I don't give a care who you are or where you're from. This is what black men have to listen to. I said, as of black men, we know that we can't do it like this, and we have to make sure that we are doing it right without messing it up. On the camera, he said, I agree. And that's how we ended everything. I said, a lot of you guys don't even know what I'm talking about, which is why I am able to go ahead and let you know his name, what he is going by, and what actually happened. You are going to hear the story about Dashing Trader right now, but we already heard the precursor from what we already did on our interview the first time, just like last week. Now you're going to hear his name, all this other stuff, and what exactly happened. Then I'm going to tie into how that happened to me on the other social media platform. This is what you get on Hot Facts. You're going to get the real news. I hope you guys enjoy. I don't want to go put on the Dashing Trader who has that logo, but people go type up Dashing Trader and see what you watch on the internet. Rideshare Rodeo Steve, you know better than this. You're supposed to be a person on radio and everything. You just tied this dude into something he has nothing to do with, and that other dude can get mad. You got to go ahead and fix that. That's just stupid. And this is coming from the news, people. This is the news. The news has to know that. People don't go listening and watching everything you hear and see out there. Now, let me go ahead and do it like this. We're going to watch Dashing Trader, and you're going to see his new name. He's going to tell you and everything else what his new name is. You know what? Should I tell you first? I'm going to let you know, and you know what? This is going to be a good one. I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to do an introduction for this man like this, because we had a full understanding of everything. And you're going to hear where he says the people that can help out and everything, Hot Facts with Robert Reese. This is the official news channel of the gig world. We talk about all the stuff that people will not even try to think about talking about because we don't care. That's how we do it. And I'm going to give this man an introduction. And as you see, this is already part of his introduction. I'm going to just give him a little pause right now because I'm about to bring him up. I'm about to bring him up. They're like, he about to bring him up. I'm about to bring his video up. Y'all like, oh, that next interview is coming. That next interview is coming. There's things that's coming in that we got to talk about the next one too. But I'm going to let you guys know that this right here is someone that has gone through the ringer. We've gone publicly, and I have said that I felt, me personally, in my own opinion, I felt that he was used. And I saw another channel today called like YouLeak or something, or YouLeak. And this dude, I told him that was what was going to happen. And this other dude is trying to be nugs. It's hilarious. And I was like, wow. He goes through the ringer. All of the news channels are doing stories on him and doing this and that. So he's going through a ringer that a lot of you guys don't even know about. A lot of you guys talk about and want to feel like you guys know what you're talking about. He's actually been going through a ringer to where his face, where he has to walk down the street and go into every store that he goes into, every other app that he has to pick up for, they have seen him viral. They've seen him viral on news channels and all this other stuff. A lot of you guys don't even know what that feels like. He is someone that actually has to walk the beat and walk the street to where he's going to get treated different. A lot of you guys don't know what that's about. A lot of you guys don't know what that's about. That actually happens. And he did something, and in my interview with him, he said, you know, the needle needed to go swing this way. That's what he said. He really did that for you guys. He really did that. And it hurt him. And the continuance of it is we got these people that know nothing about anything making videos and putting his name in. But luckily, his name has been taken down from YouTube. So when they tag him in, it don't even go to his videos right now. So that's a blessing in disguise. That's a blessing in disguise. They have to actually go and research him now. which gives him some more light and buzz. A lot of you guys don't know when I be talking this stuff and I told them exactly what's going to happen and you still have some light to go ahead and do your stuff. This is what I'm talking about. This is why we were conversing. You guys don't get it. This dude he's actually walking through the fire to where you're going to hear what happened. You're going to hear what happened to him. All the other stuff, getting deactivated from apps, having this stuff happen, all this stuff happen and go silent for a little bit, come back, do an interview, then this other stuff happens. Let's see what happens when you actually go out there and stick your neck out there. And then you're going to ask who really has your back. He knows he can talk to HotFacts. Let's watch.
Alrighty, so my name is the Dashing Trader. Probably gonna be going by Black Leg Trader from now on. My YouTube channel has been hacked. This just happened on Friday, and today is now Monday, and my YouTube channel has officially been terminated. The Dashing Trader channel has been terminated. I did do an appeal once I recovered my Gmail, and we will see what happens with that. But how did it get to this point? What happened? How did I get hacked? We're finna get into it right now. So first and foremost, thanks for clicking on this video. This is gonna be my new channel. Don't know what's gonna happen with my old channel, but my old channel was the Dashing Trader. And I've been working really hard on this channel. I was coming up on my 1 year mark on February 15th. And over the past weekend on Saturday or Friday night, I got hacked and lost all access to my Gmail that's associated with that YouTube account. And they then proceeded to remove. So where I messed up was I thought I had two-step verification set up on my Gmail that's associated with my YouTube account, right? Well, that wasn't the case, because when I went to sleep Friday night, woke up Saturday, I no longer had access to my YouTube channel. And when I tried to access my Gmail, it had me re-log in, and my password had already been changed. My recovery email, I didn't have access to it. And somehow they were able to change my recovery number and got a backup code sent, and that allowed them to.
A lot of you guys don't understand what he is saying. Okay, I'm going to give you this. My original Robert Reese Facebook account had all of my whole existence and everything on it, right? They were able to hack me. Then I got this email and this to they send you a few first. If it's not you, you hit this. But then somehow when you do that, you're giving them something, and then they go into your account. My whole Facebook account has been wiped out. If you go into my Robert Reese Facebook account right now, you'll see that I don't even there's not one picture up, not one anything that says anything. I just post or share the stuff from HotFacts on there. There was nothing on there. I actually have a HotFacts with Robert Reese account. My New You personal training account, I have no access to that account. I can go look at my stuff. Yeah, I cannot go in. When I hit OK at some point, it gave them permission to actually change, so I cannot get back in. I sent in my driver's license, my social, and everything else to Facebook and did everything else they said, and they said that my accounts are gone. So now you got to understand this. Any accounts under which you had whatever email address and everything else is on, they can create new stuff under you as long as you're doing it like whatever it was. That's why all of my stuff is HotFacts with Robert Reese. All of my real stuff is HotFacts with Robert Reese. There is nothing else. I have to now do two-step authentication, and it has both of my phone numbers right here. And every single time I want to go ahead and change. I have to change it on one, and they give me the 2-step and make me go through all my questions and everything too. They make me do that. And that's how I do it now. I was someone like him when they tried to go in there and steal your identity. And that's what they do. But when you go and create your other stuff, you cannot have it tied or have it say that that was part of your singular account as this and that. No, they're going to blackball that one too. You got to go create a whole new email and everything else. You have to do that. Let's watch it.
Changed my passwords and everything, and then they had full access to my Gmail. So how did all this happen? Well, I got an email from Corel Studios, Corel, and they asked me, was I interested in a promotion? And of course they got me. Me not thinking and being too overzealous, I guess I clicked on it. And
now remember when I told him that you got a buzz, they gonna be coming at you. I said you have a buzz. I told it to him. You guys all heard it. They're gonna be coming at you. He said he saw a promotion opportunity, and he said he was overzealous and clicked on it. Here is why I tell people that if you really want to do this, go ahead and go into the businesses and use your own mouthpiece with them. That's what you should do. What's up, Ghost? That's what you should do. Okay? He was overzealous and clicked on it because it said promotion opportunity off of his name that was just put down and they deactivated him. So he trying to get some buzz. So he clicked on it like, man, I'm about to go ahead and get it right. But no, they're trying to get what I said is going to happen. That's what happened. And he's telling you guys this out his own mouth, which is why everything is switching up. New name, new everything, all that stuff. He's got it all fixed to where you can't even mess with him right now. But see, before this happens, there's a lot of people that tell you, go ahead and do it. This is what we all want to hear. But you have to see what actually happens to a person when someone actually does the things that you guys say you want to see. They have to go through this. A lot of you guys don't want to hear it, but it's true. After this, what we're going to watch here, we go mosey on down to Bud Soda on how he ran out of gas, delivering an order. We go get into that because that ties into my video. Can I get a diamond driver, please? Diamond driver not going to have that happen. But let's finish this, people. Black History Month. Let's go. And Rideshare Rodeo, I suggest you redo your thumbnail. That's not his logo. That's a completely different person. And you are associating him with that person there. That's not him. You did not get permission for that. Please take that down. This is coming from HotFacts. Please take it down. You have time. You got like 2.5 days before you can take it down. Please take that down. That's not right. He's changing his name to not be associated with that. And now you're trying to tie him into someone else. Please take that down. Will someone give that message to Rideshare Rodeo? That's false advertisement. Literally.
Couple red flags I should have noticed right away. I had to download a PDF contract, so they made it difficult. If somebody wants to send you a contract for a partnership, they're gonna just send you the contract. They're not gonna make you download a big old PDF file, and that should have been a red flag for me. But I did it, and when I did that, it forwarded me to Google Drive, and everything looked official. I clicked it to sign in, and that's how they got me. By masking the contract that they tried to send me as a PDF, it was able to fool Google, and they were allowed to send me that email to my Google, right? Because otherwise Google would have flagged it for viruses. But by them making that contract, the fake contract, a PDF form and making it a big file, it actually was a virus. And when I downloaded that contract, it put a virus on my computer and it prompted me to sign in through Google.
I'm going to tell you guys this, McAfee or Norton.
Right? I did that, lost all access to all my accounts. So that's really where I messed up at right there. And I want to say this to anybody out there, content creators, beware of potential promotions that hey, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. And use me as an example. You know, they got me, I almost had 5,000 subs on my channel, and now my channel has been terminated. So over the past weekend, they hacked my channel on Friday, didn't have access Saturday, woke up Saturday with no access. All Saturday, they posted live streams and changed my profile picture, changed my channel banner, did live streams about cryptocurrency content. And by the time Sunday came, I wasn't even seeing my channel anymore on YouTube. So fast forward to Monday morning, I was able to get a hold of my recovery email because I had to make some phone calls and get access to that email account so that I could recover my Gmail and then change the phone number that's associated with my Gmail so that I have all points verified on my account. I have the phone number verified. I have the backup email verified. And now I know for sure that my account is secure. Well, now that when I check my email, I got an email from YouTube support saying that my channel has been removed for copyrighted content and trademark infringement. And this is because the people who hacked my
He said they shut his channel down for copyright and trademark infringement, right? Rideshare Rodeo just put his face up there associated with something that has nothing to do with him. Ain't that the same thing? Why you go throw him under the bus again, man, and leave it up there? Rideshare Rodeo, take that stuff down. You got to take that down. TFT says screw Norton and McAfee. See, people, this is just my personal opinion. I don't have no issues with them, but I also know how to troubleshoot and do everything myself on the CPU. So, but as long as I got a backup plan, I'm good because I'll go ahead and do it myself. But as long as I got the, running actively, I'm good. But TFT said AVG. TFT said AVG right there, people. That's AVG. Let's get into Blackleg Jones. Rideshare Rodeo. This is not Dashing Trader. This is Blackleg Jones. He just said why they took his channel away. Copyright infringement and trademark and everything. And you're using his face on a trader, Dashing Trader, that's not him. That's still trademark infringement. Will you please change that? And can everyone at Rideshare Rodeo please remove Dashing Trader's picture, because that's not him. He's Blackleg Jones. Please remove his picture or redo your thumbnail, because you're going to get him in trouble again. I'm telling you, because we are all watching it. We are all watching it. Now let's listen again.
Copyrighted content and trademark infringement. Sure that my account is secure. Well, now that when I check my email, I got an email from YouTube support saying that my channel has been removed for copyrighted content and trademark infringement. And this is because the people who hacked my channel was posting something that was against YouTube's terms of service, basically. And it calls for immediate termination of your channel. It's not no community guideline strike. It's not no copyright strike. It's immediate termination of your channel. And once I recovered my email this morning, Monday morning at 6:30 in the morning, I recovered my email. I checked my emails and I saw it in there. Sunday, my channel had been terminated. So this is me making, basically a reaction to that and letting everybody know what's going on. Don't be scammed out there. Look, this is the easiest way to lose all your hard work and things you've done on YouTube. I had about 400 videos on YouTube that I've done over the course of the last year. All of that's gone. I had monetized my channel. I was scheduled to get my first check from YouTube sometime later on this month in February. I probably won't be getting that now. And
let's go ahead and break that down. He said he was scheduled to get his first payment. He's probably not going to get that. You got to make $100 as far as you from ads, and if people are sending you in super chats, if you get $100 just like that, which is why Rideshare Rodeo sent Roy $99 and not $100, because he was actually going to be giving Roy like $70. So he only gave Roy $99 because Roy's channel no one really knows about like that, and no one was going to be sending him in super chats like that. He knew that the money went into YouTube and not going into Roy, so he never gave Roy anything. Okay, so we got to put that out there. Then let me tell you this: Always Cherry Pick lost his $5 bet because he mentioned me and everything else like that. Okay, he mentioned me, and Roy was like, Cherry, what's up with your 50? Because we all know that Southern Gig, Bobby lost his 50. And Bobby, we are still waiting on, because you said that said person, I was giving him props and he was not wrong. He was right on things. We would all like to know from you the things that I was right on. And I'm asking you, can you please say, you can be big and bad in your shorts and do all that. Please say the things that I was right on. If you said person who made you lose $50 was actually saying things that were right and correct, I would like to know the things that you agree on. And I think everybody else would like those too. So when you can get those together, please go ahead and do that for us. But Cherry Pick, Always Cherry Pick, lost $5. And here's what Cherry Pick said: I'll give it to you in a couple days. I'll give you a super chat. Well, you know that if you give him a $5 super chat, he's not going to see that $5. Why don't you just, you know, what is it here? I got it here. Hashtag HotFacts. What is it here? Cash App. Just Cash App him the $5. Oh, I'm going to send you $5 in a super chat, so you're giving it to YouTube and not to him. That's only $5, my man. What's up, Brandon TV? Brandon Recovery TV, one of my main men right there. My man got real positivity out there in the street. Go ahead and talk to him. He gonna bless you with something. Why would you pay YouTube over paying the person that you lost a bet to? Which lets me go into this right here, since we're talking about Always Cherry Pick. We talked about Gig Life with Lexi when I had 300 subs, and I sent out to do interviews with everyone. And she said, sorry, I don't do interviews. And she asked me, why did I tag her in the video when they're talking about the stuff about the women and disrespecting and gang banging and all this other stuff? Well, she runs with them. And, or at least I didn't know she did, but I'm tagging everybody else in the gig world so that everybody knows what's really going on. So that's why I tagged you in, and that was my reply in your message also. Then on the lounge, like 200 or something, she appears for 3 hours straight. And this is the funniest thing ever in the whole world, Always Cherry Pick. The funniest thing I've ever seen. Bobby, you say that a lot. You say it every show. The funniest thing I ever heard, funniest thing I ever seen. You can't have that many things that is the funniest thing you've ever seen. Let's go ahead and just nip that in the bud. Whoo! You guys had her on there after she said she won't do an interview with me, and she asked me why did I tag her. But then she appears for 3 hours. And I'm sitting there like, well, I'm go see Cherry Pick for sure. because when UDM was on there, he made a comment when Rolling with Red was trying to showcase the new sweater that she was putting out. And he made a comment about breast, and UDM rolled his eyes and did not give it no attention at all, because that's what Cherry Pick does. Then later on in the same video, Red tells UDM because she felt that he didn't get it. She said, did you understand why my shirt, because they were talking about employees of the month and all that stuff, and that's what DoorDash Revolution does. She stood up and said that, look, right here is the pizza thing for Domino's, because Roy works at Domino's, employee of the month. And UDM said, oh, now I get it. He completely separated himself from anything else like that. Remember when I said that if you are married and things like that, we don't associate with nothing like that at all? He did that live on camera. And I'm about to let the cat out the bag right now. All right. You know how Cherry Pick said that UDM, you're going to wear the APC hats and all this other stuff, right? Now, back when Cherry Pick, and I'm about to fully disclose this. So the people that are about to be mentioned, I'm about to fully disclose right now so everybody else knows what actually happened. I don't want nobody else to guess and think. I'm going to fully disclose. Sorry. Me and Cherry Pick were going to do an interview. The way the interview was going to work is if I told him, if I told the DoorDash Revolution that Cherry Pick says he's going to be coming for you every chance he gets. That's the only thing Cherry Pick wanted me to do. In return, I was going to be able to do an interview with him at the end of February, March. Now, he said that he wants it at that time because he's going to be doing a brand new channel, starting something else with UDM. He told me that UDM is actually going to be stepping away from doing all these things because he has the radio station and this and all this other stuff and sponsorships. He's going to be stepping away. And then once we get that going up so we can see how it works, we can do the interview. In the process, I told him the only way that's going to happen that we do the interview is if you keep yourself on the right street the whole way. Once he went in and started doing all this other stuff, I said it's done. It is not going to happen. I cannot do anything with you. You talked about gang banging. You did Sambo and did all this stuff. And even before that, you did the worst. I canceled it then. He thought I was playing. Then he tells me in a text message when I'm texting him live, he texts me after and says, I'll see you in March. Like, I'm not doing the interview with you. And people, how do I know about all this stuff? I'm the first person before any of you guys even knew about that. That's how I can talk about it. That's how I can talk about it. That's how I can talk about it. And when Cherry Pick had to tone himself down and went quiet for like a week way back then, it was because he was talked to by someone who actually is like, man, I can't be associating with you like that. Even you are my friend. But they kind of figured it out. But when that live happened, it was weird. And which is why I'm asking this. I was waiting for Cherry Pick to get on the actual live with Lexi up there, the one who says she don't do interviews, but she was on there for 3 hours. And I tagged her in with them talking about gang banging and all this other stuff, right? And she didn't even ask them at all, why was this brought up in the gig world? She didn't even ask them not one time. She never did. Enough said. Now, someone told Cherry to not go on there because you already see that he told Red to go do everything and said, and use all the vulgar language that you could use. And everybody else that goes on there, all the other people that they have brainwashed go on there and they think that that's acceptable. But the one person that gets up there, he was nowhere to be seen. I wanted him to do one of his nasty ass jokes and all this other stuff. And let's see how that would have went. Did not happen one time. Who pulled the plug on Cherry Pick that night? but he comes on the night right after. Who pulled the plug on him? And why didn't no one talk about that? It was all you to him. You're a great guy. Oh, let's go ahead and try to ask you questions. We don't know nothing about you, but let's just try to go ahead and ask you questions. That's all that happened. And it was crazy because the live was 11 hours. I was like, you guys did an 11-hour live? Who sits up to watch you guys that much? I was like, are you serious? Luckily, all that stuff happened in the beginning. William Anderson went off on Flex and ripped him a new one. Flex said again, who cares? Just go do what you do, and who cares? And I got to say this to clear you guys up. You guys are talking about QR codes. Scratch the QR codes. I already said it here on HotFacts. Little Caesars has the technology, and where DoorDash Revolution is, they have the Rising Biscuit. They actually have the drivers have to go up and punch in the numbers and scan their phone to get it out the cubicle box. And then someone verifies it first. Then once they verify it first, they're able to walk to the cubicle, go ahead, do the scan, punch in the code, and get the order. That's how you have to do. You got to put money in there. Ain't not one of y'all talked about that. That's what really happens. And that was over the video that I put up that none of you guys really talked about, with the drivers going there being thirsty and stealing people's food because they think they're going to get the order. These are things that people have to talk about. I got to hear about it third party that you guys are talking about my stuff in low-key ways. I'm the person. I got to give a shout out to DoorDash Drivers Van. Van is now doing reaction videos and showing the other content creators' videos and reacting and giving his input and news. I would just like to say that that is a testament of hot facts and that it's rubbing off all over the place, and people are seeing that you can actually do a little bit of this too to add to your game. I love it when I see it. Thank you so much, Van, DoorDash driver. Thank you so much for actually doing it. That lets me know it's out there. Let's finish off with Blackleg Jones, and he's gonna tell you he's Blackleg Jones. You guys are mad now, like, dang, Lexi, you didn't even ask them. Y'all went up there. Cherry Pick was held out. He didn't get up there and say all the nasty stuff he says. Who pulled his car? People, these are all things that in the Hollywood news we gotta know about. We gotta know about this stuff if you putting them up there. I'm just saying.
Basically everything I've done for the last year in regards to my social media brand and influence, it's all down the drain. And I have appealed, now that I have recovered my account, my Gmail account, I have appealed the YouTube channel termination. But really at this point, it's in YouTube's hands because it's my fault for losing my access to my Gmail account. So I have to take responsibility for that. And I can't sit up here and say, oh, they hacked me. Oh, woe is me. You know what? I got to keep it moving. And I did the appeal. I let YouTube know everything that was going on. I even sent 2 separate appeals so that I can let them know every single detail about what happened from the point I lost access to my Gmail up until now when I recovered it, and everything that I saw happening on my channel in between, and I didn't have any way to control anything. So watch out. The people who hacked me, they put banners and profile pictures up on my channel called Ripple XRP. So if you ever heard of Ripple, stay away from them. If you get any promotional emails about affiliate partnerships and it sounds too good to be true, stay away from it. Don't click it. If it's not, if you can't get somebody on the phone to talk to them, you know, just stay away from it. You know, I lost everything on YouTube basically because of this. And you know what? It sucks and it's sad and it hurts really, really bad. But you know what? If I can use this as an opportunity to help the next person so they don't have to be in the same situation I'm in right now, then that's at least the most I can get out of the situation. And that's a win for the YouTube community in whole, because these hackers and scammers, they used Corel Studios as a cover. I don't know if it was really them, but that's who sent me the email. So they might be using multiple names, but the fact is, don't fall for the scam. If it's somebody trying to send you a promotion that sounds too good to be true, just keep doing your thing, keep grinding, because one mess up downloading one wrong file, and you can lose all access to your Gmail, and you can lose your YouTube channel, and that's what happened to me. Now, luckily, my TikTok wasn't set up on that Gmail account, so my TikTok's safe, but I ain't monetized on TikTok, so it really has no effect there. This is really to tell all the people out there, just be careful what you're doing, and make sure you safeguard your
I want all of you guys to know that he said he's not monetized on TikTok, but TikTok is what got that video super viral. I'm telling you, on TikTok, you need like gazillions, right? So he ain't even worried about that. He was like, it was like my TikTok account, but I'm not monetized. I told you guys, that's why you do all the platforms at one time, so you can do it and put everything up there, and then boom, 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 boom. But what he does have going for him is all those views on TikTok. He can actually try to go ahead and get that. Now he has to rebuild from scratch on YouTube. Now, how many of you people are really going to be behind him for the second go around? Let's be honest. Let's be honest. How many of you people are all going to subscribe for the second go around? You know why it's improbable? Because the videos that he put up that drew their attention, he has to try to do those again. And it's not even on his account, so it's not even going to let them know that he did it. So now all the people that helped him get to 1,000 subs and do all the stuff right there, right? To get to 2,500, to get to 4,000, to get to 4,500. How many of you guys are still going to go out here and do it? This is what we are talking about. He said everything is ruined, but he still has his other accounts because guess why? He didn't put all his eggs in one basket. He's using all of the apps. When Flick said, Reese, why don't you just not come over here anymore and just go over there? You sound like a dummy. You sound like a dummy. And William tore you a brand new one. You didn't even know what you were talking about or nothing. That was magical right there. I was loving that. I was loving that like the original McDonald's fries. I was loving that. How many of you guys are going to go ahead and subscribe back? He's Blackleg Jones. Why is he now check this out. Why is he putting black in his name? Why is he putting black in his name? How many people are not going to subscribe again because his name is Blackleg Jones? Well, that doesn't sound like the other name. I don't want to subscribe now. Well, you are weird. You guys got to think about this stuff, man. You got to think about this stuff, which is why I told you guys, I talk to the customers, the merchants, the drivers, and I go in there and interact and do these things. I put up videos and the videos that people can watch and they can relate to. Because ain't nobody finna come at me like that. And y'all know y'all can't come at me like that. It's crazy. But this is an example of what can happen. And guess what? Did not no one want to put themselves into that situation except for him. None of you guys are trying to do interviews to figure out what really happened because you guys are the ones when I've said I felt like they set you up. That's how I feel because ain't none of y'all got his back right now. You even got his face with someone else's logo after he just said that they took his stuff down for trademark and copyright infringement. And you put his face up with something that's not his again. That lets me know you ain't got no good intentions for him. That lets me know that. You did it yourself. And the syndicate is behind the lounge and going over. And people, I'm going to let this cat out the bag to let y'all know what's really going on. Pedro has been able to change his image up because I gave him a pass and said, I'm about to give you a little slack. And then once they start doing the gangbang and all the other stuff, and I told him that I'm not going to bring your name or in none of this, That gave him extra time to switch up. Now all you see is Diamond program this and Diamond program that. That gave him time to switch up from looking like a bad guy, which is what I said too. No one is going to break that down but HotFacts. That's what you guys are looking at and understanding what's happening. That's what you guys are getting. I allowed Pedro to actually talk about the Diamond program because I said, I'm about to ease up on you. The lounge went ahead and did their thing. Pedro was like, well, the lounge got his attention, so I can start doing this. Then once they start doing that weird stuff, and I told him he has another green light pass, another light, he's been able to put up stuff and talk about things that you guys can talk about. I watched the live last night when the gentlemen were on there speaking. I watched the live. I watched it. And I heard things that was remarkable because a lot of those things came out of HotFacts' mouth. Someone said something about service, and Pedro said he agrees, but he says that you were a hypocrite right there. I'm not even going to do that. But now I'm about to bring you back in to all of this too. I'm not going to let you just go past another green light. You were hypocritical in that thing, but some other dude said something, and I thought that was way real. So I'm just saying that. I just brought you in a little bit. Now I'm about to get over to these losers because you're not a loser. You're just someone that does, man. But the lounge, the funniest thing was when UDM was on there and William Anderson said, he hopped on because you guys don't know nothing. And he said, you guys got to follow me up with at least a good question. You guys are wasting UDM's time. That's because you guys don't know nothing. You're a bunch of followers. Then he really went at Flex with the logical person that I know he is, and he just took him to school. And Flex sits up there and says, oh, yeah, and then he smirks and laughs because he knows that he don't know what else to say, and people are going to sit up there like, oh, let's jump in for him. I'm like, wow, William just tore you a new one. William Anderson tore you like 18 new ones. You didn't even know where it was coming from. And he was giving you all the juice. You didn't even understand the juice. You were like, he gave me an orange, but someone told me an orange is sour. I'm sitting there looking like, is this dude for real? Then I thought, well, how can I show that he is for real? I went back and looked at your shorts, Flex. You have a short where you're talking about political issues. And you said that if you do anything else out of gig world, you are confused. You didn't take that video down, though. It's something with Ukraine and Biden. You have it up there. So I just want to know if you are confused. You guys can go check it out right now. But that lounge over there, the Hollywood News, you guys did all that stuff, talked about Torp, had the whitest of the white women on there, and had the most ruthless dude who says everything not even show up. That was an excellent thing you guys did. That was an excellent thing because I was waiting on him to click on, and you guys made sure that he was not going to click on that day. He's going to get your channel shut down. But that's enough of that. Let's finish up a dashing trader. Then we're gonna go ahead and get into delivery driver that had one of the worst days ever in the history of mankind. Then we'll get into these other delivery drivers who are in certain states that are making money. But is it dangerous or is it not? We will get to that. Let's continue with Black Belt Jones.
Joe, if I, yo, your internet identity is what I'm trying to say, because I basically got my identity stolen, not to the extent where it's my social and everything, but everything that I built as far as my social media identity, it got stolen, and now it got demonetized and canceled, basically. So protect yourself out there. Don't let what happened to Dash and Trader happen to you. My new handle is Blackleg Jones. So Blackleg Jones Trader. You know, don't let it happen to you. Be safe, be cautious. You know, don't fall for the same scam that I fell for. Don't lose your whole YouTube channel like I did. And I hope this reaches somebody who it can really help. And that's all I got.
He said, I hope this reaches someone that I can really help. You guys already know Hot Facts with Robert Reese is going to put this up here. We going to put it up here. Said, don't fall for the same scam and everything else, people. This is what can happen when a group pushes someone to create content that pushes the line so much the news media gets a hold of it. Strange things happen. Then they try to offer him these weird deals out of people coming out of nowhere. He don't know nothing else about what's going on. He does a deal. They take his identity, wipe out everything. All the subscribers and his payments that he had is all wiped out and gone. That's what he just went through. How many of you guys that really sit up there and talk all that game, that come up and talk all that crap, really know what I'm talking about? And why you guys get upset when I'm trying to talk to somebody real? I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. That's how it works. Everybody else is laughing and happy. That's what you guys don't get.
It is a stunning story complete with staggering video evidence. The San Jose driver for Grubhub says a minor traffic dispute turned into major road rage this week when another driver smashed his car window and then came at him with a machete.
And his dash camera caught all of it, as you can see right here. NBC Bay Area's Robert Honda joins us from San Jose after talking to that delivery driver.
Well, it is definitely an experience that could shake you up, though he did seem pretty cool and calm. It is all so surreal, but he has the camera footage to show it was all too real. Today, Jerry Gonzalez is borrowing a car to make deliveries for Grubhub and other meal providers. His vehicle is getting its windows replaced and bodywork done after he and his car were attacked by a man waving a machete. His front and rear vehicle cameras captured the moment it all began as Jerry casually drove along San Jose's Trade Winds Drive the other night. It also shows a car rushing up and flashing its brights as Jerry was slowing down for a delivery. Jerry responded by tapping his brakes. The other driver got out and, as the cameras rolled, smashed out the rear window.
I thought it was a baseball bat at first. I saw him just pull something out. Like, oh, the baseball bat. Gosh darn it, man.
The attacker sped off with an angry Jerry Gonzalez in pursuit, who was calling 911.
Hold on my phone call, please. Someone just sold my car. Yeah, come on. Hey.
Gonzalez followed the attacker into an apartment complex to try to help police figure out where he could be found. But that's when the other driver took it a step further.
I got this guy right here. He's got a gun. He's got a machete. He's got a machete. He's got a machete. He's got a machete. We pulled it out. I was like, oh, man, he's gonna try to attack me. I should get out of here as fast as possible.
In fact, after describing the suspect to police, Gonzalez made his final move.
I'm not going to follow him no more. I'm not going to follow him no more.
Next time you're in this kind of situation, you're going to tap your brakes that way?
Oh, everyone just tell me, dude, just let them go around you, Jerry. And then I think I just got to let them go around me next time.
Police have confirmed Jerry's report and are investigating the case. Jerry says he just wants to get a dangerous guy off the streets.
I got a question. You know how they were talking about mandatory tips and stuff like that? How many bad people do you know are behind the wheel? Like, it's people that got road rage behind the wheel. How many of them people deserve them tips? Look, we got dudes with machetes out there. You got to be safe out there, people. Doing the job or not doing the job. You got to, and he chased it. First of all, if anybody got a machete, I'm not about to chase you unless I got the heat. If I got the heat, I'm about to chase you. We go in this, but if you chase them and then do it, then you might be going away for a long time. So I like states. Like Cody said, anybody do that in my state, we gonna handle that. Whoo! People, that's nuts right there. But that's a delivery driver. But he said he had to borrow a car. Okay. He had to borrow a car to go do Grubhub and other, which means he's multi-apping. Okay. He had a face mask on. He looked all right. I didn't see if he had equipment or not. But, you know, he had a face mask on. Chargers, I'm a Raider. But he had a face mask on. He was still doing something right. Chances are he was not a bad driver. He was not a bad driver. Let's watch this next one.
Keep it the best. Keep It Quilted means comfort that feels good and does good with 3 trees planted.
Hey guys, the thing is, these drivers can have up to $5,000 of marijuana product with them when they're making deliveries, and that's the kind of thing that can make them targets. Drivers can have up to as the thing is, these drivers can have up to $5,000 of marijuana product with them when they're making deliveries, and that's the kind of thing that can make them targets. Ripped off, roughed up, and even carjacked. That's what's been happening to your neighborhood reefer delivery man. The Cannabis Regulatory Agency says there's been 13 thefts of pot products from delivery drivers across Southeast Michigan between December and January. Some were held at gunpoint and assaulted.
You know, the deliveries, the announcement from the CRA has definitely sent us to the drawing board trying to figure out, like, how can we, accomplish this?
Alexandria Weathersby is from the House of Zen Marijuana Dispensary. They're ready to launch a delivery service, but the robberies have them pumping the brakes on that.
No one wants to get shot or get robbed over marijuana.
The CRA put entrepreneurs on notice back in November that there had been more than 100 break-ins at weed shops the past 7 months. The marijuana business is a multi-million-dollar industry in Michigan, and while the recreational use of it is lawful here, it's still illegal on the federal level, making most businesses cash only.
It's a target-rich environment. It scares me, the safety of the drivers. So from a worker's safety standpoint, the industry really has to take a look at some of its protocols, because if they don't, it's a tragedy waiting to happen.
Rob Cobby, former police chief for the city of Detroit.
There are some things that the industry can do to tighten, but the question is, because it's so lucrative right now, is that just an acceptable risk for the persons that engage in that industry?
The Cannabis Regulatory Agency is reminding those in the marijuana business that they have 24 hours to notify both the agency and local law enforcement of any criminal activity, including the theft or loss of marijuana products. I'm Randy Wembley, and this is The Edge.
All right, now we got people that get up and they do gig channels and they talk about delivery drivers, but we got people in Colorado, people you saw where this was. You're in California, Massachusetts, some spots in New York. They talk about gig work. There are people that's not doing medical, but they are delivering medical marijuana. So if they're delivering these things and they are getting robbed and stuff like that, how come none of the other people are talking about it? We got to talk about these guys getting robbed and getting shot and killed too. Now here is what I want to do. Empire Gardens, Moreno Valley, people, their whole staff I deliver to in the morning time. The whole staff, security guards have done your watching Hot Facts with Robert Reese and everything. Empire Gardens, people, 12199 Heacock Street, Suites 2 and 3, Moreno Valley, California, 92557. You can find them on Weed Maps, Yelp, and on Google. 951-243-2700. IE. People, they got the IE in the front because that stands for, you know, it's in the Guardians. Go ahead and check them up, and you'll go ahead and get your email there. Now, they have a staff that orders every single morning. They only do deliveries from their shop that's 9 miles away in Paris, and they have an armored person that rides with them. But pretty much at the location here and at the other ones, they make you pull up and they walk it out to your car. They don't want their drivers doing anything else like that. Now, we all know that when you drive on the freeway, you see the little Mercedes, little vans, the little triangle ones and things like that. A lot of these people that are driving those, it's a lot of those vehicles have a lot of that stuff in there. And the people who actually are trying to commit crimes, their job is to sit back and watch. And they target the people that might be like that. It may not be the individual delivery driver. It may be the people driving those little SUVs and those little trucks where they know that they're carrying something right there. Remember Fast and the Furious? It started off with them going after 18-wheelers, right? That stuff still happens. But because it's legal statewide and things like that, but not federal, the protection is not all the way there, which means that there's an increase in jobs for security guards that can actually ride shotgun, how they have it there at the other place, and they are there with someone that can carry. Now, the drivers cannot carry a weapon because they are delivering that stuff. So they can't have a weapon and have anything else like that. So they pretty much can't, you know, you put them at risk. But you can hire security, and they are still delivery drivers. Mr. Flex does it on his show all the time. The other people do it. You've seen on Hot Facts here a few times. So we do know that people do deliver these things. So if these things do happen, all these people should be talking about it, especially if some of these drivers are getting shot and going to the hospital. Also going to give a shout out to the Syndicate, Moreno Valley, 13121 Paris Boulevard, Unit 108, Moreno Valley, California, 92553. This place has, if you go in there from like 9 a.m. to 12, you can go ahead and get grams. And a lot of people go in there for that there, because if not, you got to go in there and they just give you apes and things like that. That's all they do in there. They have the best entrance. It's like you're in one of those escape house. You have to know, like, they have secret doors all over the place and all that. Whenever I'm delivering there and the security guard is telling the people what to do, I can't tell you what to do because that's going to give their stuff out. I'm not trying to give them up. They tell people what to do, and some dudes are idiots. They have no idea what to do. He's telling you, the security guard telling you what to do. And I have to do it often to do it. The code is because they order Starbucks. Every single dispensary in the morning, Starbucks is one of the favorite places that they order from. I am the only guy up at 4:30, 4 a.m., 4:30 to 5, and I deliver to all the clinics early in the morning. So there you go there. So I just wanted to go ahead and give them a shout out there. But we have delivery drivers all over the place. You know what I'm going to do, people? Oh, I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to do it right now. All right. Because I forgot. I'm supposed to talk about Bud Soda. All right, people. And the link is up. All right. I want to put the video up where he's walking. He's actually walking to go put the gas to go and everything. I want to put it up. People, there is something called being a rookie and everything else. Let me tell you the first thing I do before I start my shift. I drive straight directly to the gas station. I don't do nothing else. I drive directly to the gas station. I get my decaf coffee with my French vanilla and half hazelnut. I get like 4 squirts of sugar because they have a button you push. Walk it right on over to the decaf, and I don't even get a stirring straw. I just let it pour in itself and mix it up by itself. Don't even need no stirring straw because the bubble cup, you don't need that. I go up to the counter, get my daughter's Lunchable for lunch for school, the pizza one every single morning. I do not, when I first, the very first place is the gas station. No way in the world should an experienced driver who says, I'm going to teach you all these important tricks and all this other stuff, no way in the world should you be walking to the gas station to put gas. Gotta talk about this, people. Gotta talk about this. I don't know any driver, even brand new ones. DoorDash even makes you hit the button. Enough gas. You got your red car. Everything, right? They even tell you, right? It better not have been a DoorDash order that tells you, do you have this first on the checklist? If that was on the DoorDash order, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I want to put up Pedro's live from last night just a little bit. I want to, but I don't want to. Let's see. I want to put his live up just for a little bit.
Let's go.
Said the amount
makes mandatory tip good or bad thing for drivers?
Neither. Stupid idea.
Okay, so tell me more. Tell me more.
All right, I want to go back to. I'm interested what's going to be in Mr. Hannibal's upcoming video on whether DoorDash is a luxury service or not. Going back to the video you made last month, raising that question. In my view, I think you could see it as a luxury service if you're getting good service. On a cruise ship, like you went on, I know those employees are 10-star. They've been trained.
Oh yeah.
They have. I can trust them. I assume because you're paying $1,000 for the cruise anyway. The fanciest I've ever eaten is Cheesecake Factory. But I would say if you're receiving, I don't even know why we're even having this conversation when there's people in this chat who don't use your hot bags. You know who you are. But if your food is getting left.
The reason why I put this person up is because we make sure on HotFacts, we make sure the hot bags. He said, I don't even know why we're talking about this because there's people here and watching that don't even do it. He's seen them and he's up there on the camera and he calling people out without calling them out. He is being all the way right and giving it. That's why I wanted to let you guys hear what he has to say. I'm going to start it over. I like this guy. I like him. He may not like me, but I like this guy. This is my type of person right here.
Left in a tree or something like that.
Yes, just up that suggested tip, and I think it would change the entire game for drivers.
That's another way to look at it for sure. Yeah. Dasher Bench, what's your opinion, thoughts, mandatory tip, good or bad thing for drivers?
Neither. Stupid idea.
Okay, so tell me more. Tell me more.
All right, I want to go back to. I'm interested what's going to be in Mr. Hannibal's upcoming video on whether DoorDash is a luxury service or not. Going back to the video you made last month, raising that question.
Just to stop him right here, I've been called a clown and everything else when I tell people this is not a luxury service. Bud Soda, Pedro, Hannibal came in here telling me, good luck, you're Wendy Williams. After I have said it's not a luxury service and I broke it down. It's not what they have done in the past month. I have came in here doing that and preaching it. This is what you got to understand, what we are bringing out on Hot Facts. And we have been trying to get drivers to understand for what's happening right now. This has already been discussed. And for Hannibal to put a video up, is it a luxury service? Well, you said it is, and you called me a clown for me saying it's not. But now, all of a sudden, you want to do it. Now the programs make sense. Now we're trying to clean up our image. Now we want to do all of this. Now we want to get our own DoorDash revolution and get a gig geezer involved. People, we've been doing this from the jump for a whole year. I'm just so happy to see it all fall out on the table. Let's keep going. It's already been said on Hot Facts First.
My view, I think you could see it as a luxury service if you're getting good service. On a cruise ship, like you went on, you know, I know those employees are 10-star. They've been trained.
Oh yeah.
They have. I can trust them. But I mean, I assume because you know you're paying $1,000 for the cruise anyway.
We got to stop that. He said it's a luxury service if you get treated like that. I'm going to say that on the cruise ship, they've already been trained. This is what I'm talking about. How many drivers out there actually driving right now have been in sales jobs like Bentley Coupe, like myself? And we teach the sales aspect of it because they've been trained. He just said it's a luxury service if your service is like that. Pedro shook his head and said yes. All the drivers out there are like Bud Soda. They forgot the gas. So how is it a luxury service if you guys got people out there like that? It can't be a luxury service. Which is why they pair the best drivers with the best customers. Plain and simple. Got to be on some damn cruise ship to get the service right. The hell? Everybody can't even swim. Be on a damn cruise ship. What about just walking down the street into a place? Whatever happened to that?
The fanciest I've ever eaten is Cheesecake Factory. But I would say if you're receiving, I don't even know why we're even having this conversation when there's people in this chat who don't use your hot bags. You know who you are. But if your food is getting left in a tree or something like that, that to me is not a luxury service. Like Hannibal said, I think it was in his video that sparked this. There are drivers who don't deserve a tip.
Yeah, I agree with that.
If somebody's giving crap service, I want them to run their car into the ground. I want their business to fail.
Ooh, people, we got hypocrite syndrome right now. Let's go ahead and go back. Did you guys hear when he said, like Hannibal says, there are some people that don't deserve a tip? But Hannibal said at first when I came out, no, everyone needs to get tipped. And then Pedro goes against Hannibal because I actually have all the analytics and the videos up there, people, where you can actually watch them tell me these things. Pedro just agreed and said, I agree with some people don't deserve tips. But he says that if we are doing this, we need to get tipped. Which is which right where, people? That's why he's trying to rebuild his image, while the Lions Den has been trying to come at Reese so he can try to go ahead and redo it. But I said I'm going to bring you back in. But I had to bring up the hypocrite. Let's go ahead and listen to it again.
But
yes, just up that suggested tip, and I think it would change the entire game for drivers.
That's another way to look at it for sure. Yeah. Dash or bench? What's your opinion? Thoughts? Mandatory tip? Good or bad thing for drivers?
Neither. Stupid idea.
Okay. So tell me more. Tell me more.
All right. I want to go back to, I'm interested what's going to be in Mr. Hannibal's upcoming video on whether DoorDash is a luxury service or not. Going back to the video you made last month, raising that question. In my view, I think you could see it as a luxury service if you're getting good service. On a cruise ship, like you went on, I know those employees are 10-star. They've been trained.
Oh yeah.
They have. I can trust them. But I mean, I assume because you're paying $1,000 for the cruise anyway. The fanciest I've ever eaten is Cheesecake Factory. But I would say if you're receiving, I don't even know why we're even having this conversation when there's people in this chat who don't use your hot bags. You know who you are. But if your food is getting left in a tree or something like that, that to me is not a luxury service. Like Hannibal said, I think it was in his video that sparked this. There are drivers who don't deserve a tip.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, somebody's giving crap service. I want them to run their car into the ground. I want their business to fail. But my thing, what really makes me cringe about this is people who suggest mandatory tipping. It sounds like they're not even thinking like what would actually happen if that were to happen. Let's say DoorDash did it. I do think it would chase a lot of customers away. And I think they would move on to Uber Eats, where they would eventually learn how to tip bait.
Could be.
With because DoorDash has the market share, so they've got the wider demographic. So including I really think if DoorDash customers could tip bait, they would, a lot of them. Last thing we need is their customer base going over to Uber Eats. I would say even if the idea of mandatory tipping did work, it would have to happen on all the platforms at once.
Right.
And my other issue is who decides the minimum. I don't think the whole debate would, seeing the community for the couple of years I have, the debate wouldn't go away. It would just turn into, okay, now the mandatory tip is not enough because the $4 orders for 10 miles is still going to be $4 for 10 miles.
And that goes to what Driven Dad was saying, right? We would just, as drivers, adapt our minimum, and then really nothing would be solved because then some orders would still not be delivered, right? Because we're just making more money, but we're still wanting to do the same type of work. So I think that's interesting. Let me get to
I just want to real quick say I gotta drop out of here, but thanks for inviting me on, Pedro.
Oh, anytime. Thank you.
I'll be listening.
Sounds good. Have a good night. So let me get to Gigaholic Rex, man in the.
TFT, man, that was a lot to listen to right there, huh?
Yeah, quite a bit.
That was a lot to listen to right there, and
But I agree with Dash Dude, who was talking about DoorDash being a luxury service only if you're getting good service. As far as I'm concerned, it is true.
That's why I showed him. He's the only person that really made sense, because Pedro is the person that you heard him say, I agree. When he said that some drivers don't deserve tips, he said, I agree. Everyone that knows that if you've been watching HotFacts, he's been the opposite stance of that. Every driver needs to be tipped. Correct? That's how
every driver needs to be tipped?
Well, that's how
that's opposite of what he used to say, yeah.
So therefore,
but then again, that's not necessarily saying that every driver needs to be tipped. What that's saying is that the driver shouldn't take orders unless there's a tip. However, It is and it isn't. Because even the no tipper, no tripper guys who are doing the job wrong, despite the fact that all they're doing is taking the tipped orders, if they're still doing the job wrong, no, those people do not deserve those tips.
Well, what do you think?
It's kind of a double-edged sword on that comment.
Well, check this out. What do you think about what I said then, TFT? I said that, take away the base pay. Only the drivers who are diamond will get a base pay, and that's how you know you're getting a customer that is probably you have a good chance of getting a tip. The other drivers got to work for it.
It's a way of weeding out some no tip, no trip people. But it could also be a detriment to other drivers because the accept more, earn more program on DoorDash, for instance, every driver who maintains the 50% acceptance rate is a quote unquote diamond driver. So it's like you're getting people who are only having the 50% acceptance rate, you're getting people who have the appropriate customer rating, then all that. Those are all still classified as diamond drivers.
No, I heard everything you said, but I had a moment right here. My daughter's friend, she don't speak no English at all. And the dogs were trying to play with her, and little kid gets. I was looking, so if you saw me doing this, I'm like, oh, and I was like, no, stop right there. You gonna come on the screen. Stop right there. Stop right there.
All right, well, let's go for the live face reveal here, shall we? The new look, thanks to the wife saying she wanted to see me.
Wait, don't do it. Don't do it yet. Let me give you an introduction. All right, can I give you an introduction? Can I do it?
Go for it. Go for it. I ain't stopping you.
All right, now, people. Right now, you see mine, you see me in the videos. I got this. TFT gets up here looking like Arn Anderson, Brett Favre's cousin. Looks like he can stick his hand in the river, catch the fish, and do the Black Angus commercial. You know it looks like he can do that. And Mark McGuire, like he hit 71 home runs. I'm not going to say his forearms are that big, but it looks like he can swing for the fences. I'll let you know this. He had to show the other side. And the old lady said, can you shave for me? And here's what we got. TFT, let him have it.
Yeah, babyface. Hi.
Oh, there he is right there. Now he looks like
I'm a 40-year-old man that just shaved off all his beard, and now he probably looks like he's maybe in his early 30s.
You look like a baseball coach, and you know what else is going to happen? It's going to feel weird. You know how...
Oh, it does. It has from the minute I shaved it off. I don't feel like meat.
No, because when you eat food, right, and you have the beard, you have a tendency to run your fingers and check in case there's something there. You probably doing that for no reason to your chin, like it ain't even nothing there anymore. It's gone.
Well, that and honestly, my face is a little colder than it usually is.
Hey, I think that's why God made us have it.
But yeah, it definitely feels weird being without my goatee that I've had pretty much my entire adult life.
You can do the bitter beer face now.
I could do that before, but yeah.
No, but now you don't got no beard, so now you can really do the bitter beer face. Remember that commercial?
Yeah.
What's up, Ghost?
How you doing, Ghost?
What's up, guys? Ghost always get up here and check this out. I already think, you know how TFT, we know when I say last words, and I already know how you gonna do it. Same thing as same before. Ghost is gonna sit up here and say, well, I don't know what's going on. I just turned it on and I clicked the link. Is that what you about to say right now, Ghost?
Don't catch me lying, but 100%. I've been running Grubhub orders like crazy.
Oh man, I've had a bad day today myself. I basically spent my entire day run taking care of a smog check, having to get my plates changed out because they were faded and worn, and I kept getting pulled over by the cops. So yeah.
No, you ain't the only one. I got in, and I realized that we had a leak, so I put the sealant in, right? And I get out this morning, I'm like, hold up, is that my car? I'm like, what's this white smoke coming? I'm looking back, and the sealant was burning. And so my morning part was more, I'm trying to do maintenance and figure out what's going on, figured out what it was, and then it was, but all that time doing that, I was worried about something else. To have to drop the kids off at school and then go worry about that. So yeah. This morning, and then the Uber app kept logging me out, and it kept asking me, do you still want to stay online? And I'm like, it never does this. So the app kept going out. So I did not get as many orders as I wanted to. They gave me, well, I got 7 orders for $78. But the time that I normally, if the time that I did not waste, I probably would have had like 5 more orders in there, and then it would have been up there for the morning part. This whole morning it's been jacked up.
As it is, after I got back home to come get my equipment, it was like the landlady told me, hey, I need you to stick around till the PG&E guy gets here and help with the dogs and whatnot. I'm like, crap. So I couldn't even sneak out for an extra hour just to try and get an hour or two at least. So now I'm pretty much SOL until I take my wife to work.
Yeah, because when they say they coming through, you gotta. They give you a window. They don't. They just give you a window. So your window is like, all right, I'm not doing nothing during that window time.
Yeah, we got done with that about maybe half hour or so before you went live. So
Okay.
I probably could try and sneak out right now and go get an hour or two of dinner time in, but honestly, I'm tired. I'm gonna get me a nap here in a little bit, and we just wake up and take the wife to work, and then just do my overnight run.
Get you a nap and do the overnight run. That's where a lot of money is made. Now, Ghost, you just came in here, don't know what's going on. What the hell is on your mind? You always got something to say about something that happened, and it always sounds interesting. So I know you got something on your mind. What you got to talk about?
Well, I've been out for a little bit today. Had an issue, had to run back home. Our hot water heater started spilling water everywhere, so got that taken care of. Getting a new hot water heater to put up and install in the morning. My dad's going to get that right now, but DoorDash app. I was in an area that said busy, and I was not even 45 feet away from a hotspot zone, and it was on the hotspot for almost 2-3 cycles, and I did not see one driver come into that restaurant. I did not even get an order. I said screw it, and I turned Grubhub on, and I've been running ever since.
In my personal experience with DoorDash, the marked hotspots are from the quote-unquote past 10 minutes, supposedly, that there's a restaurant in that area, not necessarily the actual marked one, but in that area. If you back out to the settings menu and then come back in, 9 times out of 10, you'll see those marked spots shift.
Yeah, I've seen that before, but
well, they only do that, Ghost, because of this. Let's say there was no hotspot on it, right? And you picked up an order from, let's say, Wendy's, right? There was no hotspot. That one order that came in on Wendy's, they're gonna put it up like it's a hotspot when only one order came in.
Oh yeah. I understand that.
The funny thing is, I've been doing McDonald's and picked up like 7 orders with 4 or 5 orders in an hour, dropped them all off, come back, and that area was never a hotspot, not once.
Yeah, man. See that? Hey,
that's why I say don't. That's why I say be down with the hotspots. Find you a sweet spot and work that.
Say that. Say that again. Say that again, TFT, because that was real jewels. That was real jewels. Some people may need to hear that again. Where people, We're talking about if you are a delivery driver and we have hot spots. Now, he just gave some information. Take it how you take it. Say that again.
The DoorDash hotspots are what I refer to as a suggested area for you to work. Personally, I have 3 or 4 of my own personal hotspots. I call sweet spots in my zone that I prefer to work at because they always do me good. Always, no matter what time of day, what time of night. I can guarantee you, I go there within 5-10 minutes of me being in that little area. Boom, I got an order, and it's usually pretty darn good.
Yeah, I concur with that. There's some areas that I know to go. I don't care if there's a red zone or anything. I know there's orders coming out, so I'm gonna go over there. I was just trying my luck because I was at a decent restaurant, and I was like, let me see what happens. But I never saw.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I've done that. I've done that in the past myself. I mean, I've actually been to P.F. Chang's, sitting outside their restaurant. I was there for about 20 minutes, almost 30, before I ain't got no order. I ain't seen no drivers coming. It's time to move. It's like, sure enough, I pull up out of there. I get an order for Wingstop across the street. It wasn't bad, so I took it. But I mean, hell, it beat sitting around for half an hour. And then I just went back to one of my normal sweet spots after that. I was running all night long after that.
Can you tell me what the sweet spot is? And this is from the both of you, because both of you guys know. I want to hear this from both of you guys. Can you guys just let people know what a personal sweet spot is? Because it sounds so vague that they're like, what do you mean a personal hot spot? Ghost, I'm gonna start with you first. Can you tell someone what a personal hot spot is, like your own sweet spot? Your sweet spot. They all over there, but you know over here. Let them know how you acquired that as your sweet spot.
Well, I'm not going to give out the exact location of my sweet spot, as DoorDash Revolution say that's top secret.
Yep.
But I will say this: know your market, know your neighborhoods, know the per capita of money of the houses. You can all look this up. It's all on the U.S. Bureau of Census on how much money this neighborhood is worth and the average income. Look at that and then make an educated decision on what restaurants you want to go by.
Yeah, we gonna leave it there because I know he left out some stuff, and that's good. Ghost, that was good. That was good right there. We got to make them go read their own books. Now, TFT.
See what I do for my personal sweet spots is I just go work a particular area of town throughout the day. If it's hitting good pretty much at whatever times I'm working, I'll mark that area as my own personal sweet spot. Now, what I look for in a personal hotspot, sweet spot type deal is number of restaurants in the vicinity, within a couple of within a mile or two of where I want to sit. If there's, say, 5 restaurants.
That was a good tip right there. I'm sorry, I got excited because that was a good tip. What you just said, it rhymed with tip. People, go ahead.
If there's roughly, say, 5 restaurants in a 2-mile radius of where I'd want to sit, I might test it out for a little while, see how it works. If it works pretty good for the first hour or two me being out there, I'll definitely mark that and keep going back there every so often, especially around the same times of the day. If I go to an area, it's only got, say, 2 restaurants, but they're very, very popular ones where I know I usually always get orders left, right, and center. Like, say, there's a Starbucks and a McDonald's on the same block, same area. That's the only thing around for 2 miles. You best believe I'm going to sit there because those things are going to get hot real fast because it's the only thing around for 2 miles.
Right. Yeah.
So restaurants distance to residential zones, and then number of restaurants in a certain mile radius that you want to drive in or stay in. Those are my 2 key defining factors in finding my own personal hotspots.
I would like.
There's more than that, but I'm not going any further. You want to learn more? Stay tuned.
you guys did such a great job right now at saying and still leaving them to go ahead and read the book, because there's chapters in this, people. There's chapters, and take the bits and pieces that you get. It doesn't matter if it's here on Hot Facts. It don't matter if it's on any other channel out there. If you can apply it, go ahead and use it if it makes sense. You know what I mean? That's
like I've
what,
said. Yeah. Like I said before, back when I first started coming on here, I started off watching with Pedro and a couple other YouTubers. Stumbled across you when you was doing that interview, and maybe a little bit before that. But every one of you of the YouTubers I've watched, there's bits and pieces of what you guys do and information you guys have put out that I have taken and turned into the way I do my own thing. Yeah, granted, most of it I kind of already knew, but there's certain things that I wasn't too keen on because I was new to the gig world, trying to get started. So the first thing I do is research. I research my market. I research my area, the locations of various types of restaurants. I did a poll on DoorDash by pulling up the ordering app and looking at what the most popular items are and the most listed restaurants. And that's what I use to get my job.
Stop it, you let it cat out the bag.
No, I didn't. That's already been out the bag a long time ago because I learned it not from you, not from DoorDash Revolution, but I learned it from Pedro and a couple others.
But see, no, that is what I'm saying is that is something, I'm not gonna, because it's gonna make us talk about stuff that I don't want.
Like you yourself has always said to learn the customer side too. Yes. Because there's a lot of tools in that customer side that can help us as a driver.
Oh, I like how you said that, because I was gonna say something dumb and you said what I said and that was right. So I'm gonna let you say what I said.
I see Coast has got that finger up, so I'm gonna hush up a minute.
Finger up, looking like he want to poke you in the eye.
Now, a lot of what I do is you got to learn your market. You got to learn these restaurants. When I go into a restaurant that is new to me, the first thing I do, I present myself, say I'm here for this order, and I ask them for a menu. I probably got 200-300 menus with me right now. So when my customers order and DoorDash or Grubhub doesn't show you a subtotal, you can go through there and you can almost guarantee what you're going to make off that order. Okay, that's one of the tips. It's not a trick. It's a tip.
That's a tip. Yeah.
Yep.
I
do something similar, but I don't.
Where you're picking up from, but also like our hot spots change. Our sweet spots. Let me rephrase that. Not hot spots, but our sweet spots change as the day progresses, because we know there's a certain neighborhood or certain area that gets off work a little bit earlier than other people, and then this one hits, then this one hits. Like, I've been working Grubhub very, very hard, and I just got up to pro driver on Grubhub. So
congrats.
I am not first tier, but I'm second tier on Grubhub. And Grubhub today is keeping me busy. DoorDash right now, if I sign on DoorDash right now, I'm not going to get hardly anything. Now, I've got 4.99 customer rating. Sad to say, I'm at 81% acceptance. On time, early, 100%. So, or my acceptance. But I've got good numbers on both apps. So I can bounce back and forth, but I've been all over Memphis. I've been all the way down to Piperton, Tennessee today. I've been down to, I just left University of Memphis.
Yeah, but why would you? But see, here's the thing what people don't understand. He was like, man, DoorDash wasn't doing it. I've been on Grubhub and got myself up to pro, and I've been busy the whole time. Some people might think, well, why won't you click on DoorDash again? Why would he click on DoorDash when Grubhub is he got the ball? He got the ball and he's running right now. You don't stop the run. You keep running the ball. You keep running the ball if you see daylight.
So with this is, this might bring up questions and whatnot, but with me having good numbers on DoorDash and good numbers on Grubhub, a $9 order on DoorDash, Diamond Plus might turn into 11.75, 14.25 in that area. I'm getting $15 to $21 orders on Grubhub.
No,
so
that's what I was
I'm gonna work the app that makes me the most money. Now, I do get bullcrap orders. I just took a Tzatziki's order for Grubhub for 7.3 miles for $8, but it's going to put me back into an area where I know it's going to be hot and heavy.
You got paid to drive to where you want to go anyway. You got paid to drive to where you want to go.
Yeah, and that's why I tell people some of them $3 low-dollar high-mile orders might actually be beneficial for you. So don't knock them. Don't knock all of them.
No, it is going to be beneficial for you, and I will tell you this. Last week, I've taken over, I want to say, I haven't been out like I needed to be, but I've taken probably over 300 Grubhub orders, and I only declined one.
Oh no, yeah. That's how your tier moved up. And
I take myself from 37% 1 week to 65%, and then now I'm at 85%, which is a pro driver. Next Monday, I will be Premier.
Yeah, and Premier is gonna be at what, like 95%?
95% or higher.
Yeah, 90 exactly.
And then you have to have less than 5 block drop rates. I have 0 block drop.
Yeah, we're not picking them up and canceling. No, we ain't. We only do that on emergency. You only do that on emergency. That's what it's for emergency.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm still trying to get in with freaking Grubhub. They won't let me in. Too full of my market.
They got the whole glass up. I'm looking on the glass with my hands like this, and they over there having a good time. And all I want to do is touch up. Can I just get an orange?
It's almost like the old what was it, Gotcha commercial. Open.
Oh, yeah.
Waiting for a freaking spot.
Grubhub is saturated, and in this area, it's. I've been on the waiting list for like 3 years, man.
About almost 2 years for me now.
Man.
Now I've been on Instacart's waiting list for about the same time.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm about to go drop a SL. I don't know if many people know what an SL is. That means stanky load. Now, I am not like Mr. Flex, and I just leave my channel up. We got on here. We gave some news. I don't want to keep anybody else lingering out there. We spoke about some good stuff. There was a lot of good tips, hidden jewels. We showed some news. We showed a couple chat channels. We went back on forum there. We heard someone go on someone else's channel and gave a good opinion. We've heard everything. We ain't got to keep giving you guys and just boring you guys. We're just about done. And I got to take an SL. I'm sorry. I got to say stanky low. I got to take a stanky low. And we go end it like this. With the stanky low, I don't want TFT to him a can in his mouth. We gonna let Ghost talk about it.
I always got the finger in the mouth.
No, but
especially when I got an order in the car.
Yeah, I thought you was gonna do it like that. You talking with it? You talking with it hanging there?
Yes, I can talk with it. So what? It ain't that hard.
Go ahead, TFT. Then let it know. Go ahead. I want to see it. Go ahead.
What? Talk one final words with the cigarette hanging out of my mouth?
Yes. Go ahead.
All right. Well, stay truthful to yourselves. Be respectful to the customers and the merchants. And for the love of God, use your equipment. If you don't have any, buy some. Or maybe we can get a giveaway going on again. Yeah, and maybe somebody can win one. All right.
People, y'all he got the cigarette dangling in his mouth, and he still gave you all the knowledgeable words. He ain't playing.
Other than that, I got the last portion of that of don't half-ass nothing. You do the job right the first time, so nobody else has to do it again.
You got it. Y'all, he did that with the cigarette dangling. I don't know if y'all seen Kings of Comedy back in the day, but Cedric the Entertainer did his part when he was reversing the Cadillac, and he's saying you get the old dude with the cigarette in his mouth, and it don't never leave. He can say everything, and that's
So
why.
I can say everything, have a smoke while I'm talking too.
Now, Ghost, you was vaping, huh?
Yeah.
Nah, you can't do that, Ghost. You can't bring the vape in there and do that. I saw you did it, but you can't do that. We gotta leave the watering hole separate. The vape, look, that's like somebody saying, you know what? I go to the roller rink on my 4-wheel, and somebody pull up on rollerblades. The people in the roller rink get mad if you go in the 4 wheels with the rollerblades in the straight line. They get mad at you.
Well, they'd be mad at me because I wear rollerblades. So.
Hey, I wear them too. I go downhill, Veriflex, and I wear them too. Go ahead.
I'm old-fashioned. I'll stay with the 4-wheel skates personally, but yeah.
Yeah, I'll follow
Not
my
that I
face.
can't.
But
Not that
no,
I can't rollerblade, but
I can ride 4 wheels, square, but I just like that if I'm trying to really use the outer part of my legs and things like that, I want to have a blade. Now, if I'm trying to just chill and smooth and use the whole leg motion, them 4-wheel square, boy, and then I'm talking about the real 4-wheel square. I'm talking about you got the big old red block in the front to make sure you stop.
that's your brake.
It's called a teeth buster.
Oh, yeah. I'm talking about one of them. Ghost, what you got for the last words?
Well, I want to piggyback on something TFT said, equipment. If you guys can see, there's 1. Hold on. There's 2. There's 3. There's 4. There's 5. Have equipment for your customers. It goes a long way. If you can't afford to get it, Amazon, you can buy 3 bags for like $20. $20.
I like what you just did, Ghost. I like what you did. You had them all there. You were like, I'm about to put it in the right one. And then you had all the other bags on top of it because you was like, I'm trying to get out and go. If I sit, that's going to make too much time.
My main bag, I have 2 catering bags that are stacked together. That way they retain the most heat. Now in the car that I am, I have a seat heater. That heater for that seat is on. That food is going to be hot when I get it to that customer.
Oh, you got all the warm food. You got all
so,
the warm food.
If my final words, like TFT, I'll back them up. First off, be true to yourself, but also be a real person to the customer, be a real person to the merchant, and do the right thing. Don't try to skim something. Don't try to do anything that is not legit. And have faith and have compassion for your fellow drivers. Doesn't matter if they ticked you off one day. Still, we're all out here together. We're all doing this. That's why we're all here talking on your forum, because we all have the same compassion and we all show each other love. Everybody needs to do that. And if you can't do that, go get a W-2 at FedEx. You can take your anger and frustrations out on a FedEx package.
All right.
Yeah, actually, I'd say UPS. Most of my UPS packages come beat the hell.
And
it wasn't me. I've never worked for UPS.
Well, I'm about to piggyback. I'm about to piggyback off of both you guys, and I'm about to piggyback off of Ghost. He just piggybacked off of TFT, so it's we playing leapfrog right now. We playing leapfrog, and right now
the final word totem pole.
Yeah, because he told you about how you should be with other drivers. There could be times when you walk into a merchant's place, a driver might be right in front of you, and you felt disrespected because the door slammed in your face and everything else like that. They could have been in a hurry, and you just don't know. But just know that that very next day, that driver might give you a handshake and a high five. And just know, like Joe said, we are all out there together. The more united we stand, and I will tell you this, if anyone is out there using the Waze driving app, and you are a driver, and you use Waze, please put on the map when it's a speed trap or if it's this and that. We are drivers. It's not about everybody else out there. The drivers who may need to see that stuff, we are delivery drivers. So if you are using the Waze app, please care for your other drivers out there. You know what I mean? I know some of y'all might try to sabotage, but if you use that Waze app, hit the button. Let us know when it's a motorcycle cop. We'll see it up there. Don't let us drive by and we like, oh, he almost got me. Just put it up there so we know. You know what I mean? Just put it up there. In other words, be kind to your drivers. And you know what? Should I put it up here? You know what? Should I put it up here? I'll just talk about it really quick. I want everyone to know that there was a delivery driver, and he was abducting people. And right now, they've just found information on where they can find the daughter and everything else like that. The guy's in custody. It was a delivery driver actually doing one of those real Law and Order episodes and doing it. And I said earlier that when it comes down to this job, as long as you don't have all that crazy stuff, you know, we are in no discrimination. They got to hire you if you meet any of the other requirements and you didn't fill on the other ones. People just know that people can still slip through the cracks. And luckily they found this driver, and he is not going to be doing this ever again. I'm not going to show his footage on the news. I'm going to just talk about it, and you guys can go ahead and type that up in your Google and do what you got to do. I'm not going to talk about him, but people, all I'm going to say is this right now. Let me go ahead and get to it. Until the next caper, we out of here like Chuck Woolery in 2 and 2. And we got justice for who?
Tyree Nickel.
People, and we out.